Software operation. Hello everyone, today we continue to explore the software operation of BTS. After the previous hardware connections and software settings are prepared, the directional drill locator has 7 steps to perform on the beacon tracking page of the software. 1. In the Controller Input tab, select the correct beacon type in the BTS type field. 2. In the Beacon Parameters area, enter 3 parameters. Beacon away equals the distance from the entry point to the beacon placement point in the away direction, obtained via RTK. Beacon right equals the lateral offset distance of the beacon placement point relative to the baseline. Rightward deviation is positive, leftward deviation is negative. Beacon elev equals the elevation value of the beacon center. If the entry point uses absolute elevation, then beacon elev also uses absolute elevation. If the entry point uses relative elevation, then beacon elev uses elevation relative to the entry point. Higher than the entry point is positive, lower than the entry point is negative. There is also a simpler function button called beacon trackers, which we will explain separately later. For now, let's ensure the process flows smoothly. 3. In the tool position area, select the correct corresponding parameters for joint. For example, after taking the measurement following the 5th drill rod, we select 5 for the joint. 4. Click the Start button in the Controller Input tab. At this point, the status reminder on the right changes from Output Off to Output On. Simultaneously, record the startup time of the beacon signal power supply. When this time reaches 90 seconds, it will automatically power off, and the status will return to Output Off. This Start button is equivalent to the physical Start button on the beacon signal power supply. When we need to measure again while the status prompt shows Output Off, we can click the Start button again to power the beacon. 5. In the Measure area, after clicking the Start button, the waveform begins to display in the chart area on the right. Wait patiently for the waveform to load completely. Six. Click the Compute button below Start. This process completes instantly. The 3 yellow boxes in the lower left area will display the system calculation results. 7. Click the Save Result button above the results to save the calculation result. At this point, this newly generated beacon measurement result will automatically be added to the shots table under the corresponding joint number on the survey data page. After completing the above operations, a full beacon measurement is finished. Congratulations! Our video follows the approach of starting from the perspective of practical operation, completely presenting the entire operational process of using the device. Then, we will provide a detailed introduction to all the buttons and functions that appear in the software, enabling users to understand and master all the features of the SmartDrill software.